Hi everybody, my name's Paul and this is Rio Driving School, and today we're in Featherstone to do an ADI Part 2 assessment. So today I've got David sitting next to me. We've met a couple of times. David is preparing himself for a Part 2 driving assessment. I've not seen David's driving yet, but I do understand he's quite experienced in a number of machines. Do you want to briefly explain to everybody what it is you used to drive, Dave?
HGV Class 2,
Yeah.
tanks.
Tanks.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And a lot of vehicles, trailers, caravans, tow caravans.
Okay, so I mean this assessment, or a Part 2 assessment, is about 1 hour long. It's going to test you on a wide range of different driving conditions, different road types. Have you got any questions or concerns before we get going today?
No, not really.
Okay, brilliant then. Let's get this show on the road then. When you're ready, do you want to make your way towards the exit, and we shall turn left, please?
Yeah. Checking my blind spots. Mirrors 1, 2, 3. Remembering this is a two-way road, so traffic coming from both directions.
And we'll be turning left, please, David. And follow the road ahead, out the roundabout, please.
Yeah.
Lovely positioning on that roundabout there, David. What could have gone wrong on the left-hand side for us? You haven't made a mistake, by the way, but what could someone in lane 1 next to you have done that would have
Cut
been
in.
right? So how are we going to know if someone's about to do that?
Look more on the left.
Yeah. Just keep a little eye on that left mirror before you commit yourself to the left side of the roundabout.
Yeah.
When we get to the roundabout, can you go right for me, please, towards Featherstone? Good positioning there. the road, turn left, please.
Yeah.
How did you feel about your positioning there?
It's a little bit to the right,
Okay.
but then
Turn right for me, please.
it gave me a better view from the left.
It did, didn't it? How did it affect you and your position with the traffic on the main road?
I came out slightly to the centre.
Okay. So what kind of problems are you
It's over the white line.
So if someone's pinching a little bit of your side of the road, what kind of vehicles round here might we see that could cause that kind of problem?
HGV.
Yeah, there's loads in there. And the farm machinery.
Yeah.
But I like the thinking behind the vision there, because not many people think about doing that. And can you pull up in a safe place, please?
It's right. We're on a bit of a bend, so
That's fine. Thank you. Okay, and just pause for a sec. Right, when I asked you to pull up on the left, which two mirrors did you check before manoeuvring across?
right and centre.
Okay. Why did you do that? For what reasons?
Just, well, mirror indicate, manoeuvre.
Yep, yeah, mirror signal manoeuvre. I completely agree there. Which direction are we going in though?
Left, so I should have checked that first.
There you go. What might be going on there?
Bike.
There you are. Yeah, it's nice that you're checking that door mirror as well. Nothing wrong with that. I check all of them. I like to know my surroundings. But as a minimum, if you're moving over to the left, it's these two: middle mirror, left door mirror. If you're steering to go around a problem, middle door mirror and right door mirror. So yeah, just think a little bit about that. Cool. When you're ready, drive away, please.
Blind spots.
Okay. Is there any particular reason why you didn't use a signal to pull away with?
Because there's nothing behind me.
Well, there is, but it's further back than that. But
Yeah.
what about the vehicle coming towards us from in front?
Show my intention.
Yeah.
I should have.
There you go.
Yeah.
I would have done, yeah, and I completely agree with the one behind, because he was so far away. He doesn't care yet. But the one in front, yes, this is a quiet road, but at some point we're going to be on a road situation where he's going to want to go into a driveway or turn across our path or something.
Yeah.
So we need to be telling people what we want to do. So if there are any eyes on you at all, not just mine, then use a signal.
Left.
We're going to keep it going towards the traffic lights, please, and then we're going to turn right.
Yeah. Okay. lane so they could change. I've been copped. I went too early.
To be honest with you, it's local knowledge.
Yeah.
I see everybody doing that, everybody. But because you're thinking about doing a driving test round here, I thought we're going to do that because experienced drivers fall for this all the time. So, as you were approaching this problem, what could you have done instead, having already positioned yourself in the right-hand side of the road?
Gone right.
Yeah.
And
So,
then
I'd have done that. I'd have thought, nice try, Paul. I wanted to turn right instead, because there's no problem with going the wrong way.
yeah, because you said that about previous.
Yeah,
It's okay to go the wrong way.
absolutely.
on your
Yeah,
test.
yeah. I was interested to see how you were going to manage the problem from behind, because if they did exactly the same thing as you and you can't protect your position, then how are we going to manage? But anyway, we've done it now. Do you want to circle back and do that properly?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
So we're turning right here
Yeah.
for now. I'll guide you in. Okay, I want you to take the next road on the right. It's shortly after the bend by the shops.
yeah.
It's just coming up here by the 5G tower.
Yeah. Cut the corner.
Okay. When is it okay to cut the corner?
If it's clear.
Well, remember, we're not driving to advanced standards. So if you were teaching a novice driver
Yeah.
when it's okay to cut the corner turning right, the only time it's okay is if there's a parked car in the way and
Right,
if it's
okay.
clear to go. So yeah, where you've probably driven to much higher standards in the past, but we've got to be a little bit careful about what we instruct our novice drivers to do.
Yeah.
Okay, David, so we'll take the next road on the right, please.
Yeah.
What's your favourite vehicle for driving? What have you enjoyed the most?
Audi Quattro.
Okay. What was it about that you liked?
It's just smooth. 3 litre Audi Quattro. But she was smooth on every level. Do you know what I mean? Even though she was high in tax, she was just smooth and stunning car. Probably the best car I've owned. And 4-wheel drive, which is a bonus in the winter.
I thought you were going to tell me you enjoyed the tanks the most.
Well, yeah, I'm
Blowing things out the way at the traffic lights.
Yeah.
At the end of the road, turn
that's-
right.
Right. Yeah, that was my personal car, but the favourite was the army tank. Everybody got out of the way.
Was it necessary to stop at that junction?
No, but it's because I was talking.
Oh, okay, sorry, it's my fault.
No, it's all right.
to the end of the road, turn right again, please.
Yeah.
I like these silent indicators.
Yeah, and me. It took me a while to get used to them.
And there's the traffic lights. I call them the dodgy traffic lights.
Yeah, I thought I was being set up initially, but I like it because that's good thinking. And then I realised as soon as I was like, oh.
So keep a real good eye on the one behind you. Is it okay to drive through the hatched markings?
Yes.
Good, yeah it is.
Because they're not solid white lines.
Excellent. You won't believe the number of people that won't drive through them and then they'll end up sitting in the box junction instead. Anyway, we're going to follow the road ahead, please, at the roundabout towards Wolverhampton.
Yeah.
That was interesting. Nothing wrong with that. But talk me through your thought process with it.
Well, it got Wolverhampton on the top.
Yeah.
And it got left for A460, which is Wolves, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
But it threw me because it said Wolverhampton on the top,
Mm-hmm.
and it got right for Telford. So initially
okay.
I should have gone to the left.
Well, actually, there was a sign there, and it says Wolverhampton. There's a solid line underneath it, which indicates you can use either lane to follow the road ahead. So you started off. Let me get this right. You started off in the left lane, then you went over into the right-hand side,
Yeah.
and then you eventually came back to the left side. And it's interesting, and you didn't do anything dangerous, and you were fully aware of everything going on around you. It was just unorthodox. Yeah, I think if it had been me, I'd just keep things simple, keep the car on the left unless road signs or markings indicate otherwise. But yeah, the sign did, certainly the second sign does indicate to you that you can use either lane to proceed ahead. Good, well done. So are you aware of the marking system on a Part 2 exam?
I've read about it, yeah, but I don't fully understand it.
It's you can expect to do largely the same exam as a novice driver, except instead of doing 38 to 40 minutes of driving, you're going to do approximately 1 hour. you will just do the one manoeuvre chosen at random, just like novice drivers, but you've got to do it to a higher standard, not advanced, but just a higher standard. So instead of making up to 15 driver faults, you're allowed a maximum of 6. Of course, nothing serious amongst that. And yeah, it's got to be done to a high standard. Just watch your speed. It just creeps up just a little bit here and there. Okay, so when you get to the roundabout, follow the road ahead, please. Then. How did you feel about that one?
Yeah, okay.
And you know what? I agree with you, it was okay, but an examiner is going to be marking this to DVSA standards, and he wants to see you keep the car positioned all the way on the left hand side of the roundabout.
Yeah.
We can't go straight lining roundabouts on this particular style of driving test. So yeah, you were fully aware of your surroundings, but you have to work very hard to keep the car on the left there, because it's not actually a roundabout at all. It's an awkward shape, more like a lozenge.
Oval.
Yeah. So yeah, it doesn't. I don't like it much myself, but we have to teach it as though you are approaching a pizza, and you're just going to keep the car on the crust of the pizza at all times.
Oh.
Okay, and we're just going to take the first exit at the roundabout, please.
Yeah.
Follow the road ahead at the traffic lights.
Driver's a bit close behind, so I want to hang back from the car in front.
Excellent, well done. And I want you just to go right at the roundabout, please. The mini roundabout there.
Yeah.
sides, turn right, please.
Yeah.
To the roundabout, can you go right, please? It's towards the shops. It's the second exit, I think. For someone to pull over, but there isn't any. We'll just keep going. So what I noticed there, and it's happened twice, I gave you the benefit of the doubt for the first time, just a little detail. You know, we use mirror signal manoeuvre.
Yeah.
But when you went right at the roundabout, you got your right signal on. What you then did was signal left to leave the roundabout, and then you checked your near side door mirror. What would have happened though if you'd have seen a problem there, like someone on a bike, but you've already got that left signal on?
Might confuse them.
Yeah, they might have panicked thinking you're going to knock them off their bike or something.
Yeah.
So when we go right, exit number 4 at this roundabout, I want you, when you're opposite the exit that you want, I want you to stop steering so that we spiral across nicely, but check your left mirror before we time our signal, alright?
Yeah.
So get those mirror checks done now, middle and right, signal on, find your 4th exit. So we're about opposite now, stop steering, check your left mirror, now time the signal, just there, that one. It doesn't matter though really. We'll have another go at that in a minute. So I'll tell you what, let's take the 4th exit again. So mirrors, signal, slow it down, stop steering, check the left mirror, signal on, take the exit. Much better. Just a little thing.
No, that's all. Yeah, I see what you mean now. Because he could have thought I was going towards him.
Yeah, and if you see a problem, you can just go around the roundabout again, can't you? Or
yeah.
Deal with it. Anyway, we'll take the next left, please. Getting warm, isn't it?
It is.
I'll
yeah.
open the window a little bit.
I'm just thinking that myself.
Trying to cook you. And just continue ahead at the roundabout, please.
Yeah.
Interesting. Why did you decide to use the signal there?
Because he's over there. I just had to go over the wrong side.
Okay.
I'm across the byline.
Alright. I'll come back to that in a minute. Can you follow the road towards Cannock, please?
Yeah. And that's how I was taught initially.
Okay. Well, I was led to believe during my training that if we can keep the car moving,
Yeah.
we won't need to use a signal.
Got you.
If we have to wait to negotiate problems,
Yeah.
then we'll use a signal to let people know that we're about to get it going again.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really matter, you're making your intentions clear. But we were still able to keep it moving. The only time I break that rule is if I'm overtaking a moving vehicle or say a cyclist or something.
Got it. Keep into the beat, so.
That's it. Look what he's done, look. Interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, that was much better. I thought we're gonna adjust this little route to include that again, and it was much better. That was. Hold on. Okay, we'll take the next road on the left, please, by the traffic lights.
Yeah.
So was you taught to drive when you served in the army? Is that right?
No, before that.
Okay.
But HGV, yeah.
To follow the road ahead at the mini roundabout.
Okay. Julie's going where he should be going.
Yeah, well done. Can you pull up on the left, please?
Yeah.
It's nice not having to deal with gear changes in this car, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Wonderful. You can drive on when you're ready. Well done. That was good. Okay, when you get to the roundabout, I'd like to go left, please.
Yeah. Show me intention with the brake.
It is rather
a bit
close, isn't it? discipline there. You didn't let him bully you into getting it going faster than you should. So that was good. Okay. Can you look out for the next road on the right, please?
Yeah.
Take the second road on the right, please.
Yeah.
Fractionally too early. The signal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now we can cut the corner up.
On that.
Like that. And at the end of the road, turn right. And then what I want you to do is to take the first road on the right as well, please.
Yeah.
And then pull up before you get to the white one.
Yeah.
That'll do, thank you very much. Lovely, okay. Time for a manoeuvre. I'd like you to do a parallel park, please, when you're ready. So I'd like you to pull up alongside that vehicle in front,
Yeah.
stop, reverse back round the corner towards the curb, finishing parallel to it. Complete the whole manoeuvre within the space of 2 car lengths, please.
Okay.
Okay, nice job. One thing to note before you reverse the car back, I did see you check all the mirrors in it, so I know that you're aware of what's behind you. Strictly speaking though, we should be actually turning our head and looking through that back window. Can you think of a reason why?
Again, blind spot.
Yeah, there's blind spots. I saw you looking around as well, but what's the difference between looking through that back window or checking the mirror there?
It could be nearer than you think. A vehicle or cyclist.
Okay, right. Well, actually, that mirror there is flat glass, so it gives you a true perspective of how close another vehicle is or isn't.
Yeah.
But actually, by looking through the back window there, you're going to see people on the footpath as well through the peripheral vision.
Yeah.
So people walking past who may intend to step out, you're not going to see them just by looking there, but you are going to see much more information actually by looking.
Same as when you're playing snooker.
Yeah. There you are. So, drive away when you're ready. And at the end of the road, turn left, please. And we'll take the first road on the left where the red one's coming out.
Yeah.
So do you like snooker as well?
Yeah. And pool.
Okay.
I used to be in the team when I was younger. With
Okay.
Paul. And I actually played snooker where the old Wolves team used to play.
All right.
And that was in the 70s.
Okay, David, I want you to follow the road all the way to the end and then turn right, please.
Yeah.
Well timed on the signal there, that was good. And when you get to the end of the road, turn left, please.
Okay.
I take it you enjoy driving since you're looking at this job next.
Yeah, I am. And also working my own hours, being self-employed.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not very good at working for other people.
It'd be a good thing to do.
What, working for other people?
For myself as well as other people, yeah. I suppose it is really, isn't it?
I think it's interesting how you adapt yourself to help other people. Everybody learns in their own different way.
Yeah.
And it's interesting how you can say the same thing in half a dozen different ways, but one way will make sense to somebody. That's the challenge sometimes.
And it's teaching new drivers and senior drivers, you know what I mean, who need refreshing.
Sure.
And I'm one of them, senior drivers, because you forget what you've been taught.
Well, with this job, you're bringing what's been deeply learned to the surface so that you are consciously aware of every little move that you're making.
Yeah.
Anyway, I want you to take the next road on the right, please.
Okay. This one.
Yes, please. Well done. What kind of road was that?
Sort of mixed up.
Is that what it is?
Because the markings aren't clear either, so you sort of. Because I thought, well, somebody's coming the other side of that, so I better not cut it.
Exactly. It's a dual carriageway.
Right, okay.
Yeah. A dual carriageway is any road system. That's a single lane dual carriageway. It's any road system where there's a physical barrier going down the centre of it, separating the traffic going in opposite directions.
Oh, yeah.
What I want you to do is to take the next road on the right, please, David.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can take you to many one-lane dual carriageways and many three-lane dual carriageways. Begs the question then, doesn't it? What's the difference between a dual carriageway and a motorway?
No difference.
Oh, good.
Nice. It's still 70, both.
Potentially.
Potentially, yeah.
Why would a dual carriageway potentially be a lot more dangerous than a motorway then?
There's nowhere, no hard shoulder.
Okay. There's other things, but we'll come back to that in a second. Can you follow the road ahead through the tunnel, please?
Yeah.
How are you going to deal with this?
Go over to the left.
Think there's enough room for two?
No.
Well done. That's what I was looking for. Good job. Oh, that was a good one. I'm so glad you used the horn.
Obviously they didn't hear it.
Yeah. We're going to wrap this up in a minute. It's been a good drive. And at the end of the road, turn left, please.
Yeah.
So going back to motorways versus dual carriageways,
Yeah.
and you said there is no difference. What about the restrictions
As to what?
as to who can use those road systems?
Oh yeah, well you can't use a motorway if you've got a JCB. You know what I mean? Straight up.
Yep. What about a tank?
No.
Who's going to argue with you?
No, nobody. But obviously you get lost.
Well, possibly, yeah.
But again, I've been on the dual carriageway in the tank. Actually drove it to Southampton.
It's is it quite uncomfortable on the road?
No, actually,
tracks?
it's quite smooth. Yeah, it's quite smooth actually.
Okay.
It's actually smoother than going across country.
Take the next road on the right, please.
Car on me rear,
It certainly is.
so I'm going to show me intention.
Well done. Didn't fall for that, did you? Good job. We'll have a debrief in a sec. It's been good. It's been an interesting drive. So at the end of the road, I'd like you to turn right
Yeah.
and then find any suitable place for our debrief.
I didn't want to stop there because of the corner. bend.
Sure. Yeah. I agree.
Might be easy because this is a crescent, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be easy to go off a side road.
That's up to you. You could also pull up on the right if you wanted to as well.
Yeah, I'll turn right here.
Okay.
And I can cross the line because
That's all right. Yeah. Well done. Quite a little cul-de-sac.
Yeah. I'll do me 3-point turn first. I've got to keep clear.
Well done. That's better, isn't it? And it's places like this where it can go wrong very quick.
Yeah, especially people coming out.
Yeah, borrowing things off one another and having
Yeah.
a chat about something or other. Might be a bit tricky here. Shall we get it on the main road again? We'll
Yeah.
find somewhere else. A little bit overcrowded here. And
It
we
is
don't want to block a
curves,
driveway, do
yeah.
we? Okay, yeah. It's up to you which way we go now.
That's where I was going to go.
That's alright, pull up behind him if you like. Okay, relax. Engine off for a minute. let's do a debrief. So how did you feel about it overall?
Yeah, I made a few mistakes, but it's bringing it back.
Yeah, and you're bound to, you know. I'd be surprised now if I made it through with 100%. I'd like to think that I could, but that's just my ego. But unless you're having assessments routinely, your standard might slip. So what sorts of things have you learnt today?
I can cross the line when I'm turning right if there's vehicles parked. Keep to the roundabout, to the pizza edge. Yeah, and keep looking in the left as well, and look all around first. Blind spots.
Definitely. Let's go back to solid white lines. Do you remember we're coming towards the traffic lights?
Yeah.
It was an interesting one, and yes, you could have turned right if you'd not been rudely surprised by that one. But what about solid white lines in general? Let's imagine you've got a white line system going up the road. What does it mean, first of all?
Solid white line.
If there's a solid white line system going up the centre of the road and the line closest to you is absolutely solid.
That means you can't overtake.
Okay.
And the other side is when it's broken, you can overtake on that side.
Oh, so vehicles are coming towards us.
Yeah.
Can overtake. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. Under what circumstances can you cross a solid white line in?
If there's a parked car and you have to cross that line.
Okay.
Yeah.
What else?
If there's a vehicle doing, is it less than 30 miles an hour?
You're probably talking about a road maintenance vehicle.
Yeah.
With a keep left sign on the back of it, going in not more than 10 miles per hour.
10 miles an hour.
An easy way to remember some of these, if you think MPH, it normally means miles per hour, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But if you think MPH would be maintenance vehicles, going at not more than 10 miles an hour. P, pedal cyclists. And H, horse riders. So you're going to go around slow and wide. The other one that you've mentioned is to go around a stationary vehicle, and the last one is to access an adjacent property.
Yeah.
There is another one actually that's not listed in the highway code, and that's if the road markings are not written to the correct standard. So with every solid white line system going up the road, there needs to be a deflection arrow preceding it. So if you're going up the road, there should be these throwing arrows saying get back to the left hand side. If they're not there, then it's not written to the standard. Therefore, you have an argument if it went to court.
Got you.
Yeah, so worth knowing.
Yeah.
But you would be stupid being on the wrong side of the road unless you absolutely had to be. Good. Middle lanes at roundabouts to follow the road ahead. Your position was perfect, absolutely perfect. Don't trust people either side of you though. I mean, remember what happened later on during the drive at the roundabout when someone in the right hand lane cut in front of you. That can happen of course on the left as well, can't it? So check that left mirror, make sure that vehicle is turning to the left and going onto the motorway. If it wasn't, you've got options. If you're aware, and I know you're aware of what's to that side, you could move across, or maybe you could adjust your speed a bit to let them come in front of you without a collision.
Yeah.
Or you could just get it going and put your foot down and get in front of them before they bumped you.
So if that happened on the test then, and that car was going left, the same place as me, I'd just go off in a different direction, take a different route.
You could do if you're aware.
Yeah.
And yeah, you've got to make it clear, but you do anyway. I'm seeing you checking all your mirrors, so you are aware of it. It's like at the roundabout towards the beginning of the assessment after the traffic lights, and I said follow the road towards Wolverhampton. You got a little bit confused about what the sign was telling you, but there was no vehicles around. and you knew that because you checked all the mirrors anyway.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter about your position on the roundabout there. They would have just said, well, that was a bit unusual. Might have talked to you a little bit about it afterwards just to check your understanding, but that would be a bit about it. Pulling up on the left hand side, yeah, consider your signals. Do we need them, especially when pulling away? So the relevant mirrors before moving to the left, and then of course if there are eyes on you before moving away,
Yes.
use a signal. That's it. Speed was creeping up a little bit here and there, just a little bit, and I suffer from that. I have to be very careful with it, so I completely understand that. We've talked about the funny shaped roundabout. You mistimed one of your signals. Okay, that's a driver error, nothing too serious. And with your parallel park, yeah, it was a lovely job. You did a really nice job. The observations. So an examiner is looking for COA. It stands for control, observations, and accuracy. So your control of the vehicle was spot on. Your accuracy was brilliant. You didn't bump the curb. You got it reasonably close to the curb and not too far away from that vehicle. Observations, we just got to show him or her that you are looking through every pane of glass and you're fully aware of what's going on around you.
Yeah.
That's a horrible place where I asked you to do it today, because traffic can be coming from 4 different directions and it happens quickly. I like to have the window down so I can listen for movement as well, because you might be concentrating on getting it just right.
Well, I thought the learner was going to come up.
Yeah.
And I clocked it twice, and I thought, where's he come back round from?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's
Because
it.
I think he was doing the same.
But yeah, overall great. I'll get these notes prepared for you and get them sent across. Have you got anything else you want to say about it today?
No, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Me too. Well, that's it for today, everyone. I hope you got something from it as well. Obviously, we'll keep you updated on David's progress. We'll probably, I dare say, we'll probably get him back in the driver's seat again soon and see how he's implemented these new ideas into the drive. But bye for now.